Today I have something different for you. Today we will do a bike check because some of you asked for it. So here it is, my trusty steed. It's an Ibis Ripmo AF. They finally made an aluminium bike, which is kind of affordable. Like normally they only have like the carbon bikes, which are so expensive. The budget build is already like 5,000 euros something, so this one was way better. Ibis Ripmo AF is a 147mm bike. It has a DW link suspension system, which essentially removes pedal bob. So that means when you pedal, your suspension isn't affected by the pedaling motion, which makes it a really efficient climber. So that's actually perfect for me here in the Netherlands, because I can use this bike basically for everything. For here cross country in Amerongen and Quint-Ooyen, for example. And of course as an enduro bike and even in bike parks. So let's jump into the build. On the front we have the DVO Diamond with a 160mm travel. I really like the suppleness of the fork. As a little bit of a special feature, it's called off the top. With that you can adjust the sensitivity on the top of the stroke, so basically the first part of the travel. I'm running the fork also with more air pressure than recommended by DVO, with a relatively high OTT. So in this setup the fork is really progressive through its stroke, but still really supple because of the OTT. So I really like it so far. On the back it's a DVO Topaz. I've set it up with 4 spacers in the positive air chamber and 1 spacer in the negative air chamber, which makes it basically really progressive. Let's go over to the wheels. I have still the Ibis aluminium wheel set, which came with the bike, and offset spokes. It's supposed to be a bit stiffer. I guess they're really fine. I've never broken the wheels. We have a Maxxis Minion DHF on the rear. I really like the grip of those. Roll kind of okay, and brake really well, so really happy about that. And on the front we have a Maxxis Assegai. The grip is really amazing, both in the dry and the wet, I guess. Don't need like a real mud tire or something. Yeah, of course it would be better, but this is awesome. And inside the tires I have also 2 inserts from Vittoria. I basically put them in for Finale Liguri last year. Didn't actually make the effort to put them out again because it took me so long to put these guys in. And onto my cockpit I have the Ibis aluminium stem, a new 6-pack Millennium handlebar. It's a downhill specific handlebar. I cut it down to 760 and it has a 30mm rise. For grips, the DMR Death Grips. I really like the grip of those, and I also really like the flange. Now I can hold my hand a little bit more tight, which is nice, because earlier I had it a little bit more wide, but then it was a bit sketchy sometimes with tight trees. So like those. Then on to the brakes. I have Shimano SLX 4-pot brakes, as you can see. I'm really happy with those. They have basically the same performance as the Shimano XT 4-pot, so it's better because they're cheaper. But I do have the Shimano XT rotors, 203 up front and for now 180 in the back, but I am upgrading to 203mm rotor also on the back, because in 2 weeks time I will go to Morzine, so I will need the extra braking power. And then we have the drivetrain. It's a mixture of Shimano components, 12 speed of course, an SLX crank, a SLX chainring, SLX cassette, XT derailleur, and then we have an XT shifter. It's a really nice group set because you can also shift under load, which is really convenient when you're going on a steep uphill. I have a WTB Silverado saddle, which actually came with the bike, and my answer really likes it, so there was no need to replace it. And it sits on a 180mm one-up component dropper post. It sits really low to the frame, so nice out of the way when I'm going downhill. And the lever from one of the components is also really nice. And let's move on to the pedals. I'm running the Crank Brothers Mallet Ease in silver color, of course, matching my bike. These ones have also like a little bit of float and free movement before you clip out. And then I also have from One Up Components a chain guide and a bash guard. A bash guard, ooh, that's so nice. I think it saved me quite a lot in Finale Ligure with all the rocks. Now you guys know what the reason is that I'm shredding so hard. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions for me about the bike or the setup, or why I chose these specific components. Thanks for watching. I hope you like my bike. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you next time on the trails. Keep shredding!